Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, D-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got a nice little lesson for you today. It's all about spiritual growth, achievement, and understanding who you are. That's how you reach self-mastery. Let's talk about it. It's going to be a good lesson. Right, is a 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tuning in and receiving them. I appreciate you. You got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka self mastery or know thyself. My mission, if I'm on it, is to end all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question: do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be there. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, okay? But you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows not that they know, is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya be true. Right thinkers. Let's get into P. Funk's philosophy. Says it takes your spiritual growth to reach spiritual mastery. I had everything knowledge wise. I thought I was smart, street smart, had little degrees in college, masters, but I wasn't spiritually smart. Everything came together when I what? When I found out who I was, when I mastered myself, when I gained self knowledge to reach self mastery. The work that I was putting in to get me there, now I'm going to teach you just how to do the same thing too. That's what I do for you. Let's go. So when you study, and this is what I've done, this is the package. When you study daily, and that's what I do, and then you don't just study, you practice what you're learning. You apply the lessons in life that you're studying and you apply them in your life daily. Excuse me. When you want to better yourself, these are the things that you can do to do just that. And if you're not doing these things, it's obvious that you don't want to better yourself. Okay? So when you apply them to your life, when, in the frame of my eye, daily. Okay? Anything you're doing for you should be done daily. That way, what? It'll make that what? You can make bettering yourself a way of life. That's what I did. I make being my best self a routine, a point that I'm going to do this. Why? To get somewhere I want to go. Self mastery, and it works. And trust me, in time, if you make bettering yourself, make you your intense study, make you the thing most important to you, and what will happen? It will change your life in time. Why? You will change your life by what? Living right. If you're not being blessed for how you're living, you're not living right. If you're being blessed for what you're living, that means you're living right. I'm blessed daily. Can you say that? I ain't bragging. No, but I know things I do that get me what I call blessings. Righteous living. Just like that did for me. I met my consciousness 16 years ago now, and I ain't looked back since. Okay, this is what you need to do. Why? It's going to happen to you. If you do this, this is going to happen. Cause and effect. Spiritual, personal growth, right there. What that means? That means you are getting your spiritual knowledge and you're growing by what? Putting it to use in your daily life. You're living a spiritually enlightened or spiritually disciplined lifestyle. I call it spiritual discipline. Hold myself accountable to do what's right. Not what I feel, not what I want, not what I think. Nope. What's right? When you know what's right, and if you ain't doing it, that makes you the devil. Why? You in opposition to Maya, which is represent God by doing what? Things that's righteous. Anything that's not righteous is not Maya. Okay? She represents justice, order, reciprocity, and everything that's good. Opposite of that is chaos. It's fact. Okay? Y'all call it the devil. Same thing. But when you make self-mastery the goal of your philosophy, that's what right thing is all about, getting you to know yourself, guess what? You won't have many followers. Why? Everybody don't want that. Well, they claim it, but the work that they got to put in to make it to reach it, they ain't built for that. Everybody is not going to be a right thinker. Everybody ain't going to be a good Christian, Muslim, or Jew. It's the same thing philosophically. So I'm not beat for that, but I am impressed with my views that's rising on a day-to-day basis with people who tune in and get my philosophy and get my concept and put it to use. And I appreciate when I get the return comment about what it's doing for them. Yeah, thank you. That's what I need to hear. I want you to know, I know what I'm saying. I need other people to vouch for it. Why? I know it. I want other people to know it. Thyself. Being a sage, that's what I am. Being a spiritual philosopher, another title that I have, and a master teacher. All the same thing. Pretty much same thing. Different titles mean little stuff, but it's all the same thing. I'm one and the same. Okay, I'm three things, just like God. They're hidden, visible, and manifest. I get the concept. But again, you have to make those things happen for yourself. Hence, self. And when you reach what? I'm preparing for what? To help others become what? Masters of themselves, aka know thyself is self-mastery. And every master has to have had a teacher. A sage had to be what? Have a student. I was the number one student for all my teachers. Why? I was all in. I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm taking it all in, and then I'm putting it to use. So I'm getting better as a student. Why? That's self-mastery to me. You don't start it as a master. No, you as a student, you're learning. I didn't make this all up, but I was a student. And while I wanted to what I wanted to know, me. And now I know reaching self-mastery is not easy. Oh, possible, but not easy. Why? I walked that walk, and I looked, I said, ooh-wee. Everybody didn't walk in my footsteps. But it's if for you, everyone who really wants it can get it, but only those who are willing to put the work in will get it. Mastery ain't easy, especially self-mastery. Y'all go to college to get degrees, all these other places, $1,000 a day. Yeah, I know the routine. I got a bunch of that. But I did what I had to do to gain self-mastery over me. And call it selfish. I had to do that. Why? Before I can help you, I got to get it for me. Everything I ask or say or teach you to say and do, I've done it myself. That's the difference. And you will have to do it for yourself. I'm just pointing in the right direction. You got to put the work in. You got to walk that walk for yourself. And it's not going to be easy. Everybody take the easy road. And my mother said, road is the road to destruction. Yeah, that's the easy road. We all know that. But I have a few guys and women who was real gun-ho about my philosophy until what? They realized the work that it took to master it. They couldn't live up to it. They couldn't keep up. Living right, doing good, you can't make that a lifestyle. You want to do it every now and then. That's the problem right there. When you devote your life to do what you think is right, my favorite dude, Socrates, he had a choice to escape or die for what he believed in. He died for what he believed in. My kind of dude. Why? I die for right thinking philosophy. Simple. What? I got another purpose that's important to me that would make me no, but I'm not giving it up. And if it means my life, I can live with that. That's why Martin, Malcolm, all the guys, they didn't fear death. They were doing what they called to do. Moving on. Sometimes it costs you your life. In addition to 30 grand. I know what I teach for a fact is not for everyone. It's for everyone, but it ain't for everyone, if you understand what I'm saying. Why? Only those who want to know the truth will follow my philosophy or even engage. Why? Because I'm giving you just that. That's it. I ain't got a whole bunch of jibber jabber. No. All my stories about me, or to make a point to get my lesson in. That's it. not to brag at other purposes. No, I'm not here to feed my ego. I'm here to enlighten you. I found what I knew to be the truth for myself. So now I can philosophically explain it, break it down, and I teach it. Why? Because I practice it, I live it, I know it. If I'm going to teach anything, it's going to be what I know. God, drugs, self, those are the categories that I'm familiar with. And I'm good in the areas. And I'm comfortable with that. Well, you know about so-and-so, don't care. How about this? Don't care. If I don't need it, I don't choose to have it. I only have what I need. Okay? But Christians, y'all have a philosophy, a doctrine that y'all follow. Commandments, whatever you call it, it's the same thing. And no disrespect. I just didn't use your doctrine, your philosophy. That don't mean it don't work. That don't mean it ain't good. That mean I just didn't use it. Come on now. Let's get understanding and respect. Okay. Now my philosophy. Y'all call them 10 commandments. But if you live by those commandments, it's going to make you a better person. I know one dude that used that book to master himself. I know a bunch of people who use that book, but they ain't mastered a damn thing. They ain't even come close to my dude. So, excuse me, I know the difference between somebody who used that book and benefit for those who just use it and don't know what the hell they're doing. Y'all got it, but you don't get it. So, don't be mad at me. I can read your phrases from your Bible, and y'all said me in this. I'm saying, I didn't get that. I got this. So we have difference in opinion because it's a misinterpretation on the followers of the Bible. Y'all think it's literal. Y'all think it's real. It's mythological, allegorical storytelling, philosophy to teach you. That's what it's for, to teach, to instruct. Right? Think of philosophy is just that. It's the same way what you learn it by what practicing it and you master it, and then you will what have knowledge of yourself. The Bible saying go to get you to God. That's thyself. Self mastery is the highest spiritual or mental level you can obtain as human beings. And more importantly, as right thinkers, why we follow a philosophy that's going to get us to where we want to be. Have knowledge and be conscious of who we are to be better people while here on earth. Why? Because when this is over, we go to eternity, not back here to earth. Those who don't come back here to earth. Moving on. Spiritual growth. That was the key for me. I had a whole bunch of knowledge. But when I got that spiritual knowledge, I just started growing. And people, all of a sudden, you hold it. No. The philosophy that I practice puts me accountable to act and be a certain way. I ain't no gambler. I'm not a Christian, not no disrespect. I'm not a Muslim or a Jew. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I have spiritual knowledge. I'm a philosopher of spirituality. Simple. I got God conscious. I got God knowledge. I don't need y'all biblical knowledge. Why? God was around way before the Bible. So understand that. Bible's a good tool, respectfully. But y'all really swinging and missing. But spiritual growth is a must. That's you becoming conscious so you can do whatever religion you want. Without spiritual growth, there will be no self-mastery. Simple. I'm giving you philosophy to help you grow spiritually. All the other stuff, you can do what you want with that. I ain't saying stop being a Christian, stop being, no, I'm just saying you need to grow spiritually like I did to know God for yourself. And that's the game changer. That'll be the game changer. All that believing and hoping and wishing by God, you should have your own experience, your own mystical experience to know God where it resides in you. Like self-knowledge, okay, aka knowledge of self, comes from somebody who has obtained it. That's what they call teaching. This magnificent mind, conscious we have, brain that we have, don't come with instructions, but we have instructors. That's the difference. So you can learn. Okay, we come here blank. I had knowledge of a bunch of other stuff. Still do. And I love it. Why? I got spiritual knowledge now. And I put that above all. Why? Because that's God knowledge. Okay? But when I got my spiritual knowledge, aka self-knowledge, I'm good to go. Why? I know everything I need to know. What about me? Knowing about the streets, knowing about the drugs, psychologist, I got that kind of knowledge too. But that don't serve me, and that's why I apply it, I use it, and that's just what I do for myself first. My street knowledge, got that. Been had that in my pocket a long time ago. I got my from the streets, okay, in the streets. My scholarly knowledge. I went to college, okay, got degrees, okay, been there, got that too. Over where I got that from school, but my self knowledge, that got me to God. My spiritual knowledge, man, I engulfed myself and I figured it out. So now that's what I'm doing, helping you to do the same thing. That's all you got to do. It's all mental. And yeah, knowing thyself is the result of all the hard work that I put into obtaining spiritual enlightenment. I didn't read Bibles. No. I don't touch them damn books. My man right here. Okay. This is what I do. Okay. Philosophize. Okay. Spiritual enlightenment. That's giving you information on how to be your best self. That's what I've been teaching for the last 10 years. And still rolling. Let's go. So again, self-mastery can only be reached by you. Your own self-effort. You put forth the work. You get the results. You have to be the one to achieve the milestones for yourself to receive what? The things that's due you for doing that. It's called blessings. It's called blessing. My pastor said he's good through the blessing of God, the grace of God. I understand just what he's saying, and he said every day. He ain't just blowing smoke. He ain't just whistling Dixie. Some people say, I'm blessed and never smell that. Stop. I woke up this morning, I'm blessed. Nah. So did the dog in the corner. No one can tell you. It ain't nobody should try to tell you what when you reach self-mastery. You know it for yourself. When I light remember the cartoon, when the light go, the light bulb go ding, when you get it, Eureka, that's self-mastery. When you get it, it'll go on inside you and you will know that's the light. Again, we back to the light again. The light that shines inside you. That's God. Now, it used to be a big shining, we used to be light, being lights, lights of being. Now we just got a speck called a pineal gland. That's the only thing we got left from God. That we start out with a whole bunch. That's just my philosophy, a little something. I keep making that point. But that's how I look at it. If we were light beings, that light them came to a little speck. It's a little speck in our brain. Moving on. Let me wrap this up. I'm just having some fun right now. All right, let me get this out the way. Where you go? Self-mastery. Yeah, only way. But in order to reach self-mastery, it's got to be done by you, nobody else. You can get the lessons from me, you can get the instructions from me, but that's the best I can do for you. Rest is on you. No one can tell you when you reach self-mastery. You have to know that for yourself, like me. Nobody tell me, oh, you're a master. No, I realized that for myself. Why? When you live in it, you experiencing it. That's when you got it. All that, when you take the test, you study. But when you actually take the test, when it's live, you got the answer, you hand it in. Now you got to see how well you did. In life, it's the same thing. This is a test. At the end, you might not want to find out that you failed. You might want to get ahead of the curve a little bit. All right, do your homework, put the work in. That means for yourself. All right, self-mastery is what you know. Self-mastery is known by what? Known by the person who putting in the work, walking the walk. Okay, that's how you earn the reward. You can't get the reward without going through the trials and tribulations to get the reward that's due you. Animals, when they do what you want them to do, you snack them up, you hook them up, and they'll continue to do that. God does the same thing. You do him, he can hook you up. Be God's animal. I don't care, be his whatever. But yeah, I get snapped up every day. I get my blessing every day. Why? I keep doing God's work. Get the concept? Oh, I like that idea. Okay, just came up with that one. But self-mastery is not something that you can go out and buy. It's not something you can steal minds. Nope. You have to what? Put in the work. Why? You have to earn it. That's it. Ain't no other way. When Christ said, I am the way, that's what he's telling you. There ain't but one way. Many different ways. But the one thing in common is earnest and it's work that you got to put in from the heart. That's all. So whatever you call it, whatever you practice, whatever, it's all good. I ain't got a problem with that. If it gets you to God, thumbs up. Why? What I got me to God. What my people practice will get them to God. If what you got you to God, and people practice, we ain't gonna. What's the problem? What if God is the end game, end goal? Why are we fighting about a bunch of nonsense on how to get to Him? Sorry. Religious beef is the dumbest thing ever. Okay? Stop, please. Just be mindful and respectful that everybody has the right to believe what they want. You shouldn't force your belief on nobody. I don't force my philosophy on nobody. I just live it. I practice it. I could care less about what somebody else do or don't do. Excuse me. Right thinking philosophy has a goal, and that is what? For you to reach self mastery, just like me. I want you to be what I am, knowledge of self, enlightened being, living your best life while on earth. You ain't got to die to be your best self. But if you think you're going to heaven and they living right here, you wrong. It's two left shoes. Practice here. Get it right here. That's the ticket that you get punched for the afterlife. Let's go. When nobody came back to self, stop with that ignorant concept. If you can hold on to it, that's again, I don't argue why. I respect free will. I respect somebody else's right to believe what they believe. I ain't here to argue about nothing. Oh, am I right and you wrong? There ain't time for that. Two men believe in God. One believe in God, one don't. And they both right. What? They have a right. Why? If your right is your right, you can't be wrong for exercising your right. That's why. So understand the concept. I'm a intelligent person, so I like to get the concept. It ain't egoistic, it ain't personal, and I don't give a damn about what you think and how you feel. You need to do what you need to do for you, because that's what I do for me. Okay. Appreciate you tuning in. I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing. I'm trying to give you what you need to know, the truth. The process of reaching self-mastery is the hardest and arduous road you ever going to travel as a human being. That's why a lot of people don't make it the first. Nobody does it right the first go around. No, we're gonna recycle. Don't worry. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I don't know how many times I recycled, reincarnated, but I know this is the last time. Can you say that? So again, it's all about what you know for yourself. Wrapping it up. If whatever you do that you practice and it don't bring you to personal growth or spiritual growth, closer to God, give me knowledge and understanding so you can be your best self. Why are you practicing it? I don't care what religion, philosophy. If it ain't working, don't practice it. Why? All of them don't work. Well, no, they all work if you implement them and do them the way they're supposed to, and you practice it correctly. They all work. How about that? So I ain't want to knock nobody else's philosophy or belief. That's what I said. I ain't saying nobody right or wrong. You got the choice to believe what you want to believe. I just have a philosophy that I follow. You ain't got to believe it. You ain't got to follow it. I'm just giving it to those who may choose to. Again, without choices, you got nothing. So your choice to do your best self or do yourself. Again, that's the choice. Hope you enjoy the lesson. I got to go. But right there, because again, self-mastery is what goals that all human beings should look to achieve. I'm just trying to help you along the way. Why? I've done it already, so I can help you. That's why. Pastors, they know God. Pastors, they what? They try to help you the same way. I get the concept. I'm just a teacher, not a preacher. And in closing, right there, because may you all dare to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who understand what it takes to be, they know spiritual growth is the way for self-mastery and passed away. Grow spiritually like me.